Hello, I'm going to change things up a little bit today and use two decks that I don't believe I've used on my channel before. I was straightening out some of my collection. As you can see, I have quite a few cards, and that's just one shelf. This shelf up here that you can barely see, full of cards. I've got some down on the shelf below that. I have quite a few. So what I wanted to do is use the Tree Angel Oracle deck today. And I'm going to let the cards come out, and I'm going to, my idea is I will go ahead and one by one, the cards that come out, I want to get what the meaning is, and then I will read some tarot cards on that card, what that means for us, because to me, these are very much, ooh, I like these. These are very much the energy of nature and the woods, and I love trees. My favorite tree is a red maple. And so one of the things that the first one that came out is myrrh. 35 card. That was my dog Jack that you just heard barking, so he thinks someone here. Jack, hang on. Jack, shush. That's Jack. So this is myrrh, number 35. 35. Jack. No. 35, myrrh. Do not judge yourself by your achievements. You have nothing to prove. You are already lovable. So love yourself. Spoil yourself. Draw the nectar from the chalice to your lips. Bliss is the birthright of all creation. And I love that higher connection energy that she's showing. So the scent of myrrh was often used as a way to connect to the higher energy. The smell of it, it would give you that sense of you can go somewhere else in your mind, right? It was considered a very valuable thing. He's decided to settle down now. So, and I love that this is portrayed as a wise woman, right? So value yourself in this. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I did not remember buying this deck when I picked it up for the first time. Then I started thinking, and I looked at the back of it, and I'm like, I was surprised at what it said on the back. So I think I was walking through a store and happened to see this thing called tarot, and I was like, huh. And it's actually from the Halloween store, and it's a tarot deck. And what I caught was you have these symbols of the moon, of Pisces, of Aquarius, and Sag, and I'm like, okay, sold. So let's see what we have coming out for myrrh. What further messages does myrrh have for us? Ooh, the Four of Cups. Ghoul energy. I think this, and the way it's hanging on to that tree, right? It's like, I feel like it's trying to spoil and degrade the beauty of what that tree was. It's that energy of stuckness, of because I'm not happy, then other people can't be happy either. That's what I'm getting for this. And you can see there's a little cancer symbol in the corner. But I really feel that this is just someone that's just trying to wreck your world. That's the energy that I'm getting. And then the Three of Cups energy comes out. Three of Cups, witch. Now, normally, the Three of Cups is portrayed as three friends that are together. And it's funny that the snake is there because on this new moon, we are going to be entering into the year of the wood snake. So that's very interesting. This is coming out. So for me, this is really saying that what other people think about what you are doing, if you are in your own happiness regarding this, then celebrate with the people around you that are supportive of that. I was just watching something that the person that was on the video said, if you think everyone around you is wrong, then you are on the wrong path. So that means you need to move on to someplace else. So this person is, again, you see that little Cancer in the corner. This person is doing what she loves. Look at her enjoyment. Look at what she's doing. She's got a candle lit. She's making her cauldron activate for her. Just beautiful energy. So let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out for this energy. And that's what I'm getting. It's like, why there's all this beauty. That was the base card with Myrrh for me. And then you have this ghoul energy of, people that are stuck, that just want to rain on other people's parade. And then you have this person that's like, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to be who I want to be. So what other wants? Okay, we did have a card flip. What are you? So it's, a couple cards flip. So we'll take these. Ha ha ha. 7 of Swords, the cannibal, right? Yeah, it's a very different deck, but I wanted to play with this energy when I was actually looking through the deck, and I'd seen one of these as the cards. So I was like, that is someone who doesn't care about anybody else, right? They're going to see that they've grabbed somebody, they're on their way. 7 of Swords is very much the energy of the negative, manipulative energy. And it's like, you see all the sheep that are in there, happy that they've escaped it. But I don't think they're going to escape it for long, right? He's walking off with a shepherd. What does a shepherd do? It protects the sheep. The sheep are not going to be harmed from the shepherd. So this person that's carrying off this shepherd is actually doing harm to everyone else as well. So you may just think, okay, it's just one person that this is affecting. And the sheep aren't doing anything about it. How interesting is that? Ace of Pentacles, Mandragora. I feel like it's time to root that out completely and plant something new. Again, I get the energy from what I heard earlier on, just from that podcast. If everyone around you is wrong, then you're in the wrong place. You need to be somewhere else. So this is what I'm thinking. We have Mars in Cancer, and a lot of people are changing their homes. Cancer is very much about home, hearth. We may be changing something about our homes. We may be changing about something about our families, or moving to a different home, or building a new home. All of those energies. And it's a very physical energy, Pentacles. So something brand new in the physical world is going to be starting. And the next, here we go. The next card that came out was number 14, the Field Maple. And I feel like there's all these little fairies around her, right? Let's see what this number is. I'm just very attracted to these cards. Field Maple. Death is just a gateway as we journey through eternity. And when death finds you, make sure you are fully alive. Every moment, every encounter, a unique, wonderful present. What are the real treasures in life? So this is something that we might take for granted. You know, it's something that you might pass by and not even think about. But I think this poem is making sure that, you know, have you lived your life as fully as you can? One of the things that's going to be happening is that we are going to be having Neptune conjunct the North Node. What have you truly always been meant to do? You are going to get messages regarding that now. Neptune takes 146 years, I believe. It's 14 years in a sign, right? And it's getting towards the end of this one. Neptune is also a co-ruler of this sign. What are you really meant to do? They were talking about in history what this time represented, and they went back to the 1800s, and they said during that time there was this Christian revival about people awakening to Christianity and the teachings. And then they went back into these was it 1690 is when they were looking at every time Neptune was in Pisces and met up with the North Node. And around that time, there was a Salem witch trials. So we are progressing. And there are a lot of people that are going to be becoming aware of what they really want to do in their life. And I think this card is asking, have you lived your life as fully as you felt you should? That when death comes, are you going to say, oh, wow, that was a great ride. I accomplished everything that I really wanted to. Or, I remember someone saying, you're never going to write on your tombstone, I wish I had spent more time at work. What are you doing that is just passing time for you? I think that needs to change. So let's take a look at what these cards have to say about a change that you might need to make. What change needs to be made? That's my question for this card. What change needs to be made to get you on this path? And I want volunteers. Okay, fair enough. We'll see what happens. I'm going to flip all these over. This is funny. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Zombie. Crazy deck. So what do I see? Eight of Pentacles. Normally the Eight of Pentacles is very much about work, doing the work. So what do I see in this? They're at work, but are they doing what they love? I guess if you're a zombie, they're in the graveyard. Have they had what they really wanted? Right? This is kind of, just this weird energy, but it's like, okay, this is somebody that's already in the graveyard. And I feel like you need to get out of that. The Page of Swords, very Halloween-y deck here. Page of Swords, Headless Horseman. What are you running? You're running around and you're just running around, right? Sometimes a Page of Swords can be someone in the enemy camp. But I feel like this person is just, how do they say the expression, running around with your head cut off? What are you doing? There's no thought to what you are doing. There's no emotion to what you are doing. I think you need to look at that. I think that's a huge thing. Ask yourself these questions. These are important questions to ask yourself. What comes out next? Oh, here we go. A little better. The Knight of Swords. Gemini, right? The Barbarian. And you can see, yeah, little in the corner. I believe, well, we'll just go with that, with what I see. Knight of Swords. This is the fastest moving knight. This is someone that's actually willing to fight for what they want to do, right? And they do. Usually, the story of the barbarian is that um, he's fighting for a cause, right? He's willing to fight for a cause. But I think he really needs to, being Gemini down there, really needs to know what is that cause for sure, right? Don't be the page, don't be the headless horseman running around without knowing what you're fighting for. You need to know. And I think you need to wait and not act until you know what exactly it is that you're fighting for, right? This person has all kinds of bravery. It's very strong, but I think they need to make sure that they have that knowledge going forward. So that's interesting. Three of Pentacles, dwarf. And this is that steadfast, I'm going to get it done no matter what energy, right? Three of Pentacles, going to get done, going to work hard to get it done. And you wouldn't think that, the dwarf would be conquering all, but actually, I think they've taken care of business because it looks like they've vanquished the zombie, right? I've done my job. And I like all of the energy of all the trees in the background. I've done my work. And I don't see anybody, normally with Three of Pentacles, it's like somebody's in training, but this kind of looks like somebody that doesn't need any further training. They know how to get this done. But I think in this situation, what I'm getting as a message is that really the idea is you need to train somebody, and you need to get even more training yourself. I think that I know very, very many astrologers that are very accomplished astrologers that learn from each other all of the time. And it's a beautiful, amazing thing to watch when they are working together, because they come up with so many intelligent insights. So I think that is something that is part of this going forward is, we were looking at this energy of the field maple, right? I think you can say he's lived his full life. And if you're teaching someone else along the way how to take care of themselves or make something beautiful, which is very much usually what the Three of Pentacles is doing, it's building something, and creating. It's not just building a building, it's creating a cathedral, right? It's that kind of special. So, and the last card, Justice. I always associate, it's number, see this infinity number here, and Libra, justice. It's very much the Hecate energy. And we do have Hecate, who is the goddess of the new moon. She's one of the three goddesses of the moon. And she rules the new moon, the dark of the moon time. So right now, when you can't, as you're not seeing the moon, that's what means the dark of the moon, you don't see the moon. This is a great time to set intentions. And she, who takes like 5.5 years, I think that's something I wrote down somewhere. It's like, takes roughly 5 years to go completely around in her orbit to get back to the same point. She is exactly square this new moon. She's in Scorpio. I think the new moon is like at 9.3 something, like 3.4, and she's at 9.32. That's how close it is of a square. And remember, it's 5 years before she'll get back to that spot again. So how interesting is it that she's in a square and she rules that? That means she's the goddess of the crossroads, of change, of choices. And Justice always asks the question, are you going to be proud of your decisions later on? Will you be proud of the decisions that you've made? And to me, it's very much this energy of, right, this, let me pull this up, with this field maple, right? Will you have lived your life the way that you wanted to? You're going to get woke up here to what you're, even people that, normally are pretty tuned in, are going to be feeling this more and more. So pay attention. You'll have a big opportunity for things coming forward. This new moon in Aquarius is going to open up a lot of things. So it's a great time to set intentions. And I will be doing a new moon ritual live for everyone. It's free. It's at 11 Eastern on the 29th, which is Wednesday. So please join me. It's free to all. So really, I think go forward and make your decisions and find out what it is you're supposed to be doing and make that choice. Go down that path. And I found this a very interesting read. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I liked doing something a little differently with cards that I haven't used before. So I will see you very soon. Bye.